Hello, welcome to Learn Tableau Step by Step from Basic to Advanced Level course. Myself Gurnatha, and in this part 1 of the video, we are going to cover the following chapters as you can see on the screen. That is, we will first start with the Tableau and we will understand the features of the Tableau. Then we will understand how we can install the Tableau in our laptop or desktop. What is BI, dimensions, measures, data blending, view data, data types, sort, column formatting. We will also learn that how we can export the visualization as an image, PDF, PowerPoint, web embed and lots more. Working with the multiple fields, creating hierarchies, and by using the hierarchies how we can create the drill down reports. All this and many more topics, yes, we are going to cover in this video. So before we go and start with our chapter number 1, I just want to give you a tip. The tip is that watch every chapter, then pause the video and do the practical. And while doing the practical, if you get any error or any doubt, then post that error and doubt in the below comment section of this video. I will be more than happy to solve your doubts and queries. So this way you can learn Tableau in much faster way. I will give you my complete support to make you learn Tableau in fastest way.
What is Tableau? A Tableau is a business intelligence and a data visualization tool. Yes, if you want to analyze your raw data in a form of visualization, then you can go and use Tableau. Tableau helps us to visualize our raw data. It helps us to convert our raw data into the visualization. A visualization can be your tables, line chart, stack bar chart, pie chart, maps and many more. So in simple way, if you just want to convert your raw data into the visualization, if you want to analyze your raw data into the visualization, you can go and use Tableau. So for example, let me explain you this definition with the example. So I got the raw data in a form of Excel file. So for that, what I will do, if I want to convert that raw data into the visualization, the first step what I will do, I will go over here and I will say connect to the Microsoft Excel. So there you go. Here you can see that I got the raw data in a form of Excel format. So what I will do, I will just connect this raw data over here in the Tableau. So as you can see that the moment we connected the Excel file, whatever the tables, whatever the data tables are there inside that Excel file, it has extracted over here. I just need to drag the tables over here to this pane and there you go. I have the 3 tables, so I am dragging drop the 3 tables over here as you can see that. Okay, so this is done. So now I will go to the sheet and here you will see that under 30 seconds how I create a visualization from the raw data. So I just need to drag and drop the sales over here and the state over here. So there you go. Under 30 seconds I have created a stack bar chart. So this is the use of Tableau, to convert a raw data, to analyze the raw data into the visualization. So this is what the definition means. Now let's discuss about the features of Tableau. There are n number of features of Tableau. Let's discuss some of the few important features of Tableau. The most important feature which I feel is the data connectivity. So here you can connect to the n number of data sources. Yes, it can be Excel file, it can be CSV file, it can be JSON file, it can be MySQL, SQL Server, it can be relational, non-relational. You can connect to the analysis services, you can connect to the big data, Hadoop, even you can connect to the cloud data sources like Google Cloud SQL, you can connect to the AWS, you can connect to the Azure data source and many more data source. Yes, you can connect. Since I am using the Tableau public version, so here you can find a limited data source connectivity. But if you download the Tableau desktop version, a licensed version, there you will find out n number of data sources. Let me just show you over here. So here you can see that here you can connect to the n number of data sources by using the Tableau desktop version. Yes. You just name the data source, you have that data source name here in this list. So as you can see that here you can connect to the n number of data sources like MySQL, Oracle, Postgre, Microsoft SQL Server, IBM DB2, Salesforce, SAP HANA and lots more. So by using the Tableau license version, you can connect to the n number of data sources. The second most important feature of Tableau is that you can work with the live data connection or in memory or extracted data connection. Yes, so suppose if any updates happen to the data source, that changes, that updates, yes, you can see here in this report live. That is the use of live. The extracted one, definitely the offline one. If you want to work with the offline data, yes, you can work with the offline data by using the extracted data connection. Yes. The third most important feature of Tableau, that here you can create the dashboards. What are the dashboards? Yes, we will understand as we go along in this course. The dashboard is that, where you can create, where you can compare the multiple visualization at one place. Dashboard gives you a better analysis of the data. Here you can compare multiple charts, multiple sheets at one place. Yes, not only that, you can go and create a storyboard also. You can tell the story of your data. So by using the storyboard, yes, you can create the storyboards, you can create the dashboards, you can do lot more with the Tableau. 2023, it's all about AI technologies, and if you want to incorporate AI technology in your data analysis work, then yes, you can do that by using the Tableau GPT and Tableau Pulse. So by using this Tableau GPT, you can work with AI technology and you can give the prompt to the data and you can tell data exactly what you want. So for example, you want last year sales, you can get it. If you want year on year sales growth, yes, you can get it. If you want same period last year sales, yes, you can get it. You just need to give the prompt, and by using the generative AI, as you can see that, you can get all the information. Literally, you can talk to your data by using Tableau GPT. Yes. Apart from this Tableau GPT, Tableau has got many products, and here you can see that if you want to just prepare your data, if you want to do the ETL process, if you want to just clean up your data, massage your data, remove the erroneous data, if you want to shape up your data, then yes, you can do that by using this Tableau Prep Builder. And once you have the Tableau desktop license version, then automatically you will get this Tableau Prep Builder. That is the preparation, data preparation builder. You will get it. By using this builder, you can shape up your data, you can do the ETL process, you can clean up the data, you can remove the erroneous data, bad data, and do lots more things. Yes. Apart from this, if you just want to work, if you want to just go and create the dashboards and the reports and everything online without the Tableau desktop, then yes, you can do that by using that Tableau Cloud. Tableau Cloud is nothing but a Tableau online. Tableau Cloud, it gives you the facility to create the reports, dashboards, storyboards. You can work with the visualization, everything online. So by using the Tableau Cloud, you can do all your work on the online basis. There is no need to download a desktop version in your laptop or in your desktop. You just need to go to the online and just you need to go and create the dashboards, reports, and everything. It is fast, flexible, and easy. Yes. Apart from this, Tableau gives you a complete security to your data. Here you can share your data, here you can collaborate your data, here you can work with other Tableau developers also in a properly secured manner. Yes. And if we just talk about the Tableau jobs, so here you can see that here you have huge number of jobs. As you can see that, you just scroll it, you have all the Tableau related jobs available in the job market. Here you can see that. And if we compare this Tableau with Power BI, again one of the most powerful data visualization tool, that is the Power BI. If we compare a Tableau with Power BI, here you can see that this is the last 5 years graph, and here you can see that how's the job market of Tableau compared with the Power BI. You can see very steady, as you can see that, right? Power BI definitely it's growing, but Tableau it's very steady and on the top, as you can see that, right? You can see the average also. So the demand for Tableau it's very high.
this is my special gift for you. That is, I am going to share my part 2 of the video where I have covered few more topics related to the Tableau, and the topics as you can see on the screen. Right now, in order to get this part 2 video as a free gift, what you have to do, you need to share this part 1 video on your social media accounts like Facebook, Twitter or LinkedIn. Then send us that shared link on questpond@questpond.com, and once you share this video, the part 1 video, then we will give you the access of part 2 video via mail. Go ahead and share this video. Thank you.
Now that we have understood the features of Tableau, now it's time to go and download and install the Tableau in our system. Now, in order to go and download and install the Tableau in our system, we have to first visit a website called www.tableau.com. So once you visit this website, once you open this website, a page will come something like this. Then you have to go to the products menu, and here you will find different types of Tableau products. So if you want to work on the charts, reports, dashboards, then you have to get the Tableau desktop, or you can also work on Tableau Cloud also. Tableau Cloud is nothing but Tableau online thing where you will get the complete Tableau desktop as a software online. Yes. So without installing the Tableau desktop manually on your system, you can directly go on to the Tableau Cloud and you can go and work online by using the Tableau Cloud. Okay. So if you want to wish to download the Tableau desktop on your laptop, then what you can do, you can get the Tableau desktop over here. But in order to get the Tableau desktop, definitely it requires a licensing. So if you go to the pricing, and you can see that in order to get the Tableau desktop, it requires a licensing, as you can see. So with the Tableau creator, you will get the Tableau desktop, Tableau prep builder and Tableau cloud. Tableau prep builder is nothing but your ETL tool where you can prepare your data, you can massage your data, you can analyze your data, you can do lot more things. You can remove the erroneous data, bad data, and everything you can do in the Tableau prep builder. Tableau desktop, it's all about creating the visualization, creating the dashboards, connecting to the different data sources. And Tableau cloud, as we just talked about, it's all about online working. Yes. So if you want to get this Tableau creator as a license, then you can contact the sales over here. And also the Tableau desktop comes with the 14-day trial version. If you want, you can get the 14-day trial version. Okay. But if you wish to download the Tableau as a free version and want to explore all the features of the Tableau before purchasing the Tableau desktop license version, then what you can do, you can go and download the Tableau public version. As you can see, a link given over here under the products. So if you want to get the Tableau as a free version, and if you want to explore the Tableau features like charts, reports, dashboards and so on, so for that purpose you can go and click on this Tableau public. Tableau public is a free version of a Tableau software. Yes. Here compared to the Tableau desktop, definitely we got some limited resources, means here we cannot connect to all the data sources. Here we can connect only to the limited data sources like Excel, text file, Microsoft Access and so on. So if you want to go with the limited access and as a free version, then go for Tableau public. So for learning purpose, yes, you can go with the Tableau public. But if you are a student and if you want to download the Tableau desktop under the student license, then what you can do, yes, you can get the Tableau for student purpose also. So Tableau for student, here you can see that you just need to search for Tableau student. So here you will get the Tableau for free for student purpose. You can download the Tableau desktop, you can download the Tableau prep builder under the student license. You can see that, right? Yes. So we are over here, we will download the Tableau public. So in order to go and download the Tableau public, yes, we have to come over here, we have to click on this link Tableau public, then a page comes over here, then we have to go to the Tableau public, we have to click on this blue button, and once we click on this blue button, then we have to go to the create menu and we have to download the Tableau desktop public platform. Yes, the moment we click on this desktop public edition, it asks us to fill the form. So as you can see that we are downloading this Tableau public. So before downloading we have to click and we have to fill this form. So let's fill this form. So there you go. I have filled all my details, and let me click on this download the app button in order to download the Tableau. So let me just click on this button. So there you go. So there you go, you can see that a message has been appeared over here, that is thank you for downloading the Tableau desktop public edition. If your download doesn't begin automatically, then you can click on either this link or either this link. So if your desktop version is Mac, you can click on this link. If your desktop version is Windows, you can click on this link. My desktop version is Windows, so I'm going to click on Windows. So there you go, you can see that I have clicked on Windows and my download has been started over here. You can see that the size of the Tableau public desktop version is 519 MB. So let it download. So for now, let me just pause the video. So there you go, as you can see that we have successfully downloaded the Tableau public edition. So now let me just click on this setup. A window has been popped up, as you can see that. Let's first read the license terms. So once you are done reading the license terms, click on this checkbox and you can read the privacy policy also. And if you want, you can check this checkbox. If you do not want to send a product usage data, you can check on this checkbox. So if everything looks okay, then you can click on the install button over here, or if you want to just customize your installation, you can click on this customize installation. Here you can change your installation path and everything. So there you go, you can see that. If you don't want to create the desktop shortcut, you can uncheck all this and simply you can start installing. So I'm going with the default setting, and let me just click on this install button. So there you go, installation has been started, and this is our public edition version, that is 2023.2.1. so there you go. Wow, less than a minute we have installed the Tableau public edition successfully, as you can see over here, right? So this was the limitation I was talking about. So here we can connect to the limited data sources, as you can see over here, right? You can see that in our Tableau desktop version, that is under the license version, we can connect to the n number of data sources, as you can see over here, right? You name it, you have it, a data source name over here in this list, like for example MySQL, SQL Server, MariaDB, Postgre, and many more you can see over here. But under the Tableau public edition, definitely you have the limited data sources, as you can see, that is the Microsoft Excel, text, JSON file, Access, PDF, and so on. You can see that. Okay, so this is how we have to install the Tableau public edition, or you can say Tableau free edition. In order to go and change the language of this Tableau public edition, you can go to the help and you can say choose language, and you can select your regional language, whatever is preferred for you, whatever is suitable for you. So I am selecting the English, so I have selected English. Okay, yes. So now that we have installed the Tableau in our laptop or in our desktop, now it's time to go and create our first visualization. Yes, while creating our first visualization, we will also explore the interface store of Tableau. So I have data in the Excel file, as you can see that I got the fact table over here, I got the location table over here, I got the products table over here in the sheets. So what I will do, since I got the data in the Excel file, what I will do, I will go over here and connect to the Microsoft Excel. Yes, so here we go, I will say connect, and this is what the Excel file I am going to connect. So let me just connect this one. I will say open. The moment I say open, it will take me to the data source of Tableau. As you can see that, you can see the connection name over here, and this is what the tables I got from my Excel file or from my source, as you can see that, right? Now this is the area where I need to drag the tables. Whatever tables I got from the sheet, that is from the Excel sheet, I need to drag over here. So once I drag over here, you can see I get whatever data is there inside that table. I get able to see all that data over here down below. You can see that, right? You can see the table name. I can hide this one, and you can see all the columns and all the data over here. You can see that, right? I can make this 1000 rows and I can show you. There you go. You can see that, right? Since I got two more tables, so what I will do, let me drag and drop one by one. So I will first drag and drop the location table, and as you can see that the moment I drag and drop the location table, you can see a arrow. This arrow is nothing but a relationship, means this fact table is related with the location table. Yes. Now, in order to go and see the relationship, we just need to click on this arrow and we have to come down, and here we can tell that is how the fact table is been related with the location table. So this is the columns which came automatically, which detected automatically by the Tableau, and here you can see that the fact table area code is been related with the location table area code. In case if it is not proper, then you can manually go and change over here. Yes. Now, if you want to add more fields, then yes, you can go and add more fields. In case if you want to see the performance options, that is the cardinality option, then yes, you can see that is the fact table is been related with the location table in many to one relationship, as you can see over here. In case if you want to change it, yes, you can change it over here, something like this. Okay. So since I got one more table, that is the product table. So what I will do, let me drag and drop the product table, and so same way I will check the relationship between the fact table and the product table. So there you go. You can see that the fact table is been related with the product table in many to many relationship, which is not right. So what I will do, I will change this to 1. Yes. Now the fact table is been related with the product table in many to one relationship. Yes. So everything looks okay. And about the formatting column, the column data types and everything we will look as we go along in this course. But for now, what we will do, since we are going to create the first visualization, we will go straight into the sheets. As you can see that we got the sheets over here where we can go and create the visualization. So there you go. You can see that. Since I have selected the tables, you can see the tables over here, you can see the source over here. Since if you want to go into the source again back, then you can double click over here, something like this, or else you can again go into the data source tabs from here. You can see from the bottom side, you can see that, right? Now let's come back to the sheets. Now this is the area where you have to drag and drop, where you are going to create the visualization. The big area, white area, as you can see, where we have to create the visualization. The sidebars, you can see that we got the tables, we got the table names, that is a fact table, location table, product table, and you can see something called as hash over here. This hash is nothing but the measures. Yes, you can see that, right? So now this is called, the upper part is known as the dimension, the below part is known as the measures. So what are the dimensions and measures? Yes, we will discuss in this video as we go along in this course. But for now, in the side area, in the sidebars, you can see the tables, as you can see over here, right? Yes. First, let's discuss about this big white area. So this is the area where we are going to add our visualization. Yes, in case if you want to add the visualization, you can take the help of the Show Me tab, where you will find different types of visualization available over here, like horizontal bars, like stack bar, like pie chart, like tables, and many more. So whatever type of visualization you want, just select it and start visualizing it. Yes, there is one more way you can add the visualization. You just need to add this column to this shelves. So here we got the shelves, that is the column shelves, that is the row shelves we've got, where we have to drag and drop the columns over here. Let me just show you over here. For example, if I want to see the state in a rows, you can see that, and if I want to see the sales, and simply I can go into the columns, I can paste over here, and here you will get the visualization automatically. Yes, you can see that, right? Now this is what the marks card over here, and if you want to change this type of bars to line chart, suppose if you want to change, then yes, you can change it. If you want to make this as circle, you can make it as circle. If you want to change it to any shapes, then yes, you can take the help of this marks card. You can see that, right? Yes. Now here in the marks card, we got the colors, we got the size, we got the labels, we got the details, we got the tool tips. And what are these cards are useful for? So suppose if you want to analyze your visualization in more in-depth way. So for example, here I'm looking at the state-wise sales, as you can see that, right? If I want to see the state-wise sales along with the product type-wise, then what I can do, simply I can drag this product type-wise into the colors. So there you go, you can see that, right? So here we got the product type filters, as you can see that, right? Simply I can select over here, I can visualize, I can see the same visualization in more in-depth way. As you can see over here, I can select the coffee, I can select the tea, and I can visualize my same visualization in more in-depth way. Yes, there is one more way where you can see this type of filtration onto the visualization by using this filters tab. So let me first remove this, and what I will do, I will just drag and drop the product type to this filter. So there you go, I will say select all, I will say apply, I will say OK, I will say right click, and I will say show filter. So what we are doing over here, we are going to filter out the same visualization which is there over here, that is the state wise sales. So what I will do, let me uncheck this, and you can see that a filtration over here, you can see. So there you go. Now this sales, it is of state wise sales, which is more related to coffee, as you can see that, right? If I unselect this and if I select this tea, now this you are seeing that state wise sales as per product type coffee. If you select all, it will come all. So this filter shelves is very important when you want to add some kind of a filtration to the visualization. Yes. Now let's go and talk about the pages shelves. Pages shelves is more important when you want to see the same type of visualization in much more presentation way. So for example, let me just first remove this filter, and what I will do, I will take the same product type to the pages over here. So there you go. Now without filtering it, we will see a same visualization in a presentation way. Let's say now currently I am looking at this state wise sales as per the coffee. You can see that if I want to change this to tea or something else, you can see over here. Even I can play the presentation something like this. You can see that, right? I can slide it. You can see it, right? This is more of a presentation way. Here also we are filtering it, but here we are filtering more of a presentation way. So this is what the pages shelves is. Now let's go and talk about the bottom bar of this Tableau. So on the bottom bar here, you can see that we got the data source. If you want to go into the data source, yes, we can go into the data source. If you come into the sheet, then yes, you can come into the sheet and you can create the visualization over here. Now here you got a button where you can go and create the new worksheet. If you want to go and create a new worksheet, you can simply click over here. If you want to go and create a new dashboard, you can click over here. If you want to create a new story, then you can go and click over here. In case if you want to go directly, you can simply right click over here, and here you can say a new worksheet, new dashboard, or new story. You can see over here. If you right click on sheet, and here you can see something else. Here you can duplicate the sheet, here you can duplicate your dashboard, here you can duplicate your story easily. Here you can rename it, here you can cross tab it, you can copy formatting, and you can do much more things. So here what I will do, let me just duplicate this visualization. So there you go. So this is my new sheet with the new visualization, right? So what I will do, instead of state, I will remove the state and I will bring sales to down, and I will bring product to the column over here. So there you go, we got a stack bar chart product wise sales, as you can see. Now if you want to see a product wise budget sales in the same visualization, then what I can do, I can bring the budget sales over here and I can see a different visualization in the same sheet. You can see that, right? Now this sales is more of a product wise. Now this budget sales is more of a product wise. Here you can see that. In case if you want to add colors, if you want to filter it, then you can take the product type and you can add it to the colors, and you can see the filtration very easily, right? You can see. So here you can compare both the visualization where we have created the multiple visualization in single sheet. As you can see over here, on the top we are seeing product wise sales, and at the bottom we are seeing product wise budget sales. If you want to filter it, yes, you can filter it over here. Okay, so hey guys, this is all about creating our first visualization and a complete interface store of a Tableau. Yes. Now let's go and talk about the dimensions and the measure. As you can see over here in this table, we got this as a dimension and the hash one is known as measure. So what exactly is the dimensions and the measures? Let's go and talk. So for that, let me just open up the image over here, and here you can see that measure is all about the numbers. As you can see over here, you call it measure or you call it fact, it's all about numbers. You can see that, right? So measure is all about the numbers. The context to that number is known as dimension. You can see that, right? So the best example would be, you can consider a measure as an order table. Yes, you can consider a measure as an order table where a order is generated in today's date with so much sales. Yes, but who placed that order? So definitely we need to have some kind of a context. That context will come from the context table, or I can say a dimension table. A dimension table will be a customer table where a customer is related to that dimension because that sales order has been placed by that customer. So any number, whatever you see in the table, definitely needs to have some kind of a context. For example, this number is denoting that this number is more related to the total bed availability in the city. You can see over here, and this number is more related to the new registration. You can say new customer registration. Similarly, if you come over here to the graph, you can see a sales figure, a sales number is more related to the product. You can see over here, it can be related to the herbal tea, it can be related to the coffee, espresso, and so on. You can see that. If you come over here to this sheets, you can see this sales, this bar sales is more related to the states over here. You can see that, right? So every number requires the context. If you talk about the numbers, definitely a number needs the context. Number means the measure, context means the dimension. Okay, so this is what about the dimensions and the measures. Okay, I hope you understand it. Now let's go and talk about the data blending in Tableau. Now what is data blending? When you got the different sources and if you want to combine the data of the different sources into the single data set, then it's called as data blending. Now why I need to apply a data blending in this data source? So if you see over here to my data source, let me go to the data source. If I select the fact table, and here if you see, I got a column called customer ID, right? So it means we need a customer table over here to relate with this customer ID. But unfortunately here I didn't got the customer table over here because my customer table is in different source, means it is in text source. So now in order to bring my customer table to this data source, then what I need to do, I need to go over here, I will say add, and here I will say text file. Here I'm going to select the customer table. So here I will say open. So there you go. My customer table is over here. What I will do, let me just drag and drop the customer table over here. That's it. You can see automatically Tableau has been detected the relationship between the customer table and the fact table. Let me first rename this table. Right click and I will say rename customer. There you go. And let me check the relationship by clicking this arrow and I will go into the relationship. So there you go. You can see that fact table customer ID is been related with the customer table customer ID. Let's go to the performance options. Let's check the cardinality and I will change this many to many to many to one. So there you go. We are done now. Yes. And you can see the columns and the column data over here, right? Now let's come to the sheets. So there you go, and you will find a customer table over here, right? Now what I will do, let me just duplicate this sheet and I will say duplicate. So there you go. Now instead of state, what I will do, let me drag and drop the customer names over here. So there you go, you can see the customer wise sales, right? So this is how we have to do the data blending in Tableau. So here you have just seen that how we have added a new source, that is from the text source, how we brought the customer table and created a relationship with the fact table. Okay, so if you have a multiple source and if you want to combine the data of the multiple source into the single data set, then yes, you have to go with the data blending. So this is all about the data blending in Tableau.
So hey guys, if you really like the content of the video, then please like this video and subscribe to our channel, because your one like and one subscribe keep us motivated to create more such technical videos on Tableau and data analysis. So please go and like and subscribe. Thank you.
Now let's go and talk about the data types, the available data types in Tableau. So for that, let's go to the data source. And now let me just select this location table. Let me bring this up little. And here you can see, here we got a column names. As you can see that area code, state, market and market size are the column names available in the location table, right? Now about that, about the state, you can see a lighter version, a name is there, that is the table name, right? And about the table name, you can see a globe sign over here, right? Now this globe sign is nothing but a data type. Now ABC is nothing but a data type. So let me just show you. And here if you see, here we got a number data type, date and time data type, string data type, spatial data type, booleans. Then we got the geographic data type. So here you can see that in the geographic we have different types, like for example, whether that data denotes the airport, city, country, region or state, area, zip code, in geographic also it is differentiated, like what exactly a geographic data type it is, whether it is a city, it is a country, it is a state, province, zip code, airport, area code, what it is. Yes, that also, that in-depth detail also, yes, you can define in the data type. Yes, you can define the number, you can define the date, string, boolean. Yes, you can define any data type according to the column. Okay, so these are the data types available in the Tableau. Now in order to view the data available in the table, what you can do, you can simply select a table something like this and you can view the data available inside the table. Or what you can do, in case if you want to view the complete data available inside the table, what you can do, you can go to the table and you can see a icon over a view data. You can simply click on this view data icon and simply you can check the complete data over here. Even you can check the columns also. So here you can see that the number of rows available in the table, the number of fields available in the table, you can get it over here, right? The entire data, yes, you can see over here. So for example, if I want to see the data of the location table, I can simply click on this icon and I can see the data of the location table. So there you go, you can see that, right? Yes. So this is how you can view the data. Okay. Now in case if you want to sort the data inside the table, what you can do, you can come to the column name and you can see a icon over here. Yes, you can sort the data something like this in ascending order, or you can sort the data in descending order. If you want, you can sort the data in ascending order something like this, or descending order something like this. In case if you want to sort the columns in ascending or descending order, then what you can do, you can go to this gearbox and you can sort the columns in ascending. So there you go, or let's say descending, you can see over here. In case if you want to set it to the default, what you can do, you can simply click on this data source order. So there you go, we are done. Let's sort this, we are done, right? So this is how you can do the sorting. This is what the data types available in the Tableau, and this is how you can view the data inside the table by clicking on this icon. Okay, yes. Now let's understand how we can publish this workbook, this Tableau workbook, to the Tableau public server. So why I am saving this workbook to the Tableau public server? It's because I am using a Tableau public version, a public edition. That's why here when I go to the file, it doesn't allow me to save this workbook to my local drive. So hence I need to save this workbook to the public server, to the Tableau public server, because if I want to continue my working on this current workbook, then I need to save this workbook to the Tableau public server. I cannot able to save this workbook to my local drive. But if you are using a Tableau license version, a desktop license version, then yes, you will get that facility to save the current workbook to the local drive. Because I am using a Tableau public version, then I need to save this workbook to the Tableau public server. Now, in order to publish this workbook and save this workbook to the Tableau public server, then what I need to do, I need to go to the file, then I have to say save to Tableau public. The moment I click over here, Tableau public sign in, it will ask me. Here you go, you can see that. So there you go. Since I don't have the account, what I will do, I will go and create the account. So I will say my name, Gurunatha, the email ID is, so there you go, and I will say create my account. So there you go, I will get an email containing the link to confirm this registration in order to activate my Tableau account. So what I will do, I will do that. So I have done my registration, I have activated the link. Now what I will do, again I will go to the file and I will say save to Tableau public. So there you go. Since I have done creating the account, now I need to sign in. I have activated my account by clicking on the activation link. Yes, so I need to sign in now. So remember me, sign in. So India, my region. So there you go. I agree to the terms and the data policy. I will complete the sign in. So before publishing this workbook to the Tableau server, a Tableau server requires data extraction. So let's activate the data extraction. So there you go. So I'm done now. Let me just save this. So it asked me to give the workbook name. So I will give this as my first whiz. Okay. So I will say save. So there you go, you can see it is publishing. So sending the data to the server. So there you go, you can see everything. Okay, we are done. You can see that, right? Yes, let me close this. And you can see my visualization over here to the Tableau public server. You can see that, right? Yes. Now here you can see that here we are not able to find the sheets over here, whatever the sheets we have created in our Tableau public desktop version. So in order to enable the sheets over here, what you can do, you can go to the gearbox and simply you can say show sheets. Okay, so if I say show sheets, so there you go, you can find a sheet tab will come on the top of the visualization. So there you go, you can see that. Now here we can see, we can navigate to our different visualization over here. You can see that. Now this is my third visualization, customer wise sales. Now this is product type wise sales. Here you can see that in my sheet 2, right? Now in case if you want to edit these sheets live online, then what you can do, you can go to this icon and simply you can say edit. So identically it will generate a complete Tableau UI to you. So here you can see a table name, here you can see the sheets, here you can see the show me, means here you can do lot more thing. Here you can edit your visualization online. Okay, so once you've done that, you can say publish to save the sheets online. So if you want to come out of this, what you can do, you can simply say close and you will see the changes live over here. You can see that, right? So let's come to my profile. So this is my profile which I have created just now, and you can see the visualization, my workbook over here. You can see that, right? Yes. So hey guys, this is how you can publish your visualization to the Tableau public server. In case if you are using the Tableau desktop license version, then you don't need to save it to the Tableau public server. Instead of that, you can save your workbook to your local drive. Okay. So hey guys, this is all about publishing the workbook to the Tableau public server. Now what I will do, again let me go to the Tableau, and here let me again go to the data source, and here what I will do, I will say save again, and there you go, a data extract required, a window came over here. What I will do, I will say activate data extract. So on this screen, can you see we got the connection over here? One is the live connection and one is the extract connection. So here in Tableau, we got the two types of connection, that is the live and extract. So now let's understand the differences between the live versus extract in Tableau. So first let's start and discuss about the live connection. Live, as the name says, means you currently have the database, okay, where you are directly connected to that database. Means you are connected to that database, a database which is directly connected to the end application or to the website, where you will get a live real-time updates to that current database. Means insert, update, delete happens, and that reflect, if you want to see in your visualization, then yes, you can go with the live connection. Means whatever changes happens to the database, and if you want to see that changes in your visualization, and if you want to do the analysis basis of that, then yes, you can go with the live connection. So the moment you select the extract option over here, then what happens, from your current data, from your live data, a data will be extracted and loaded into your Tableau on a particular day, on a particular time. So once your data is extracted and loaded into the Tableau, then only you can do the analysis, then only you can visualize your data, then only you can create the visualization basis of your extracted data. So here you will not find a real-time updates on your visualization, but yes, if you want to see a real-time updates on your visualization, then yes, you have to select the live connection. Live connection basically an online one, extract is basically a offline data. Yes. Now, but still, if you want to update your offline data, extracted data, and if you want to refresh your data, then yes, you can click on a refresh option over here, where again the extract will happen, and again the newly updated data will loaded back to your Tableau. So this way you can update your data on a regular interval by clicking on this refresh. Now if you are using a Tableau desktop license version, then you will get this connection, that is the connection type live and extract option, directly to your data source over here under the filters. You can see that. But since I'm using the Tableau public one, a public edition, that's why here we don't have that connection type option, that is the live and extract. Remember that in public edition you cannot use a live connection. Here you have to compulsory mandate, you have to use the extract option only, then only this will work. If you want to use a live connection, then you need a Tableau desktop license one. Okay. Now suppose you are here in the sheets, and if you want to update the extract data, then what you can do, simply you can right click and here you can refresh the data. So this way your extracted data will get update. Okay. So this way you can update your data. Okay. So this is all about the extract and live connection in Tableau. Now let's go and talk about the discrete versus continuous in Tableau. So if I go to my sum of sales, and if I click on this arrow, and here you can find out we have something called as discrete and continuous. So what is this discrete and continuous? So when you have separate sections, when you have distinct sections, when your data is divided in sections, then that type of data is known as discrete data. So for example, customers, here you can see that we have different customer names, means data is divided as per the customers. The customer names are different when you have different sections of the data. For example, state names, let's say California is different, New York is different. When you have product type, for example, tea is different, coffee is different. when you have different customer names, as you can see over here, when you have different sections in your data, then that type of data is known as discrete data. Generally, dimensions are discrete and numbers are continuous. So why numbers are continuous? Because we have the range of numbers. For example, sales figures generally starts from 0 to millions, millions to trillions. You can have the numbers from 0 to 100, 100 to 200, 200 to 1000, 1000 to 10,000. The numbers cannot be in discrete state. Numbers cannot be in a distinct state. Numbers have to be in continuous state. So hence numbers generally are in continuous state. So hence if you see over here, we have the sales which is in continuous state, not in discrete state. So measures in Tableau are always in a continuous state and dimensions in Tableau are always in a discrete state. Now let me explain you this discrete and continuous with an example. So let me just first sort this records, this visualization in descending order, and what I will do, let me bring the customer name to the colors. So there you go, you can see that for every customer Tableau has generated a different color. Over here you can see that every color is different for every customer, means colors over here are in discrete state. Yes. Now what I will do, let me remove the customer name and let me bring the budget profit to the colors. So there you go, instead of generating the different colors, Tableau has generated a continuous colors, a range of color it has generated from lighter to darker version, like a ascending to descending, from low to high. This type of color range has been generated by the Tableau, not the discrete color has been generated. Why? Because if you see over here, this measure budget profit are in continuous state and my budget profit is a measure. So it proves that measures are always in a continuous state in Tableau and dimensions are always in a discrete state. Numbers cannot be in discrete, numbers has to be in continuous. So here hence we got this output, from lighter. You can see a lower sales means lighter color. Then the more sales means the darker color. You can see a color is getting darker as we go to the upwards. Can you see that? The more we are going to upwards, we are getting more darker color. On the top you can see a solid dark blue. If we come down, you can see a very light color compared to the top colors. So hence measures are always in a continuous state and dimensions are in a discrete state, right? So this is all about the discrete and continuous. Now we just talked about the dimensions are in a discrete state and measures are in a continuous state. Since measures are in a continuous state, that's why Tableau automatically aggregates the measures. So if you see over here, the moment I have drag and drop this sales column to this column shelves, automatically you can see aggregation is been applied over to the sales as a sum. You can see that, right? Now this sum is nothing but the aggregation. The aggregation is been applied to the sales column. So why this aggregation is been applied to the sales column? Because to generate the meaningful information, that's why automatically aggregation is been applied to the sales column. To get the meaningful information, automatically aggregation level applies to the measure. So because of that, because the aggregation level has been applied to the sales, we can see a sum of sales according to the customer. You can see that, right? Now in order to change the aggregation level, we can go to this arrow and we can go to this measure, and here we can change from sum to average, average to median. Median is nothing but a middle value. Let's suppose you have 0 sales to 100 sales, and if you want the 50th sales record, then for that you can take the median. Median is nothing but a middle level, a middle value. If you want to get, then select the median. You can take the count, you can have the count distinct also. if you want to have the distinct count by removing the repeated columns, then yes, you can go with the count distinct. If you want to count the duplicate values also along with the distinct values, then you can go with the count one. Then we can have a minimum value, we can have maximum. If you want to see the maximum sales, then we can have the maximum sales. If you want to see in percentile, in a percentage wise, then yes, we can have this also. You can see that, right? So aggregation level automatically applies to the measures. To make the visualization more meaningful, automatically aggregation levels applies to the measures. So the moment I drag and drop any measure column to this column shelves or to the row shelves, so here you find that default aggregation, that is the sum, is being applied to every column. So if I drag and drop the budget profit, so here you can see that a default sum aggregation is being applied to the measure column. Now if you want to change this default sum to something else, then yes, you can do that by going into a measure column, let's say sales, and if I just click on this arrow, so here you can go into the default properties, you can go into the aggregations, and here you can change the aggregation from sum to average. So let's say if I click on the average, now if I just remove this, and if I just drag and drop again the sales column to this column shelves, so there you go, you can see now you are looking at the average sales as per the customer wise, as you can see over here, right? So this is how you can change a default aggregation from sum to average, average to min, max, any aggregation level what you want. Okay, so hey guys, this is all about the aggregations in Tableau. Now previously we talked about how we can publish our worksheet to the Tableau public server. Now let's talk about if you want to export this visualization as a PDF, as an image, or as a PowerPoint presentation, then how you can do that. So it's very simple. We just need to go to the worksheet, and here can you see that we have something called as export. So if you say export, so here you will get the options as export to PDF, export to PowerPoint presentation, export to image, so whatever format you want to export, you will get all these options over here. Now here it is grayed out, you can see that, right? So it is disabled. So why it is disabled? Since we are using the Tableau public edition, that's why it is disabled. But if you are using a Tableau desktop license edition, then yes, this feature you will find enabled over here. So from here directly you can export any visualization as an image, as a PDF, as a PowerPoint presentation, Since we are using the Tableau public edition, then for that what we have to do, we have to go to the website, that is the public.tableau.com. Let's go to our profile and let's open any visualization. And here down bottom, can you see we have something called as download. So if I click on the download, so it gives me the option which format you want to download this visualization. Let's say image, PDF, PowerPoint. So what do you want to do? I just want to download this visualization as an image. So there you go. I just clicked it and let me open the file. So there you go. You can see that I have successfully exported my visualization as an image. In case if you want the PowerPoint, yes, you can get the PowerPoint also. In case if you want to embed this visualization in your website, then yes, you can do that by just taking out the script or by getting the link over here. You can see that, right? Tableau has given us lots of options to share, to export, whatever format we want, whatever way we want. If you want to embed, yes, we can do that. If you want to export, yes, we can do that. So hey guys, this is all about exporting and embedding in Tableau. Now let's go and talk about working with the multiple fields. So for that, let me go to the Tableau and let's create one more sheet over here, and let me drag and drop a customer name over here, or I will just drag and drop the state over here. So there you go. And what I will do, let me just drag and drop the sales over here in the text, and there you go, you can see the sales as per the state. Now this is average sales, so what I will do, let me just remove this and make this as, I am changing the aggregation to sum. So for that I will go into the default properties, aggregation, and I will make this as sum. So let me just drag and drop sales to the text over here. So there you go, you can see the state wise sales over here. Now in case if I want to see the state wise and product wise sales, so for that I will just bring the product over here to the rows. You can see that now you are looking at the state wise, product wise sales. You can see that, right? So there you go, you can see over here. So this means, as you can see, that we have added a measure to the text card over here, that is under the marks card. You can see that, and we added the multiple fields in the row shelves, that is the state and product. So here you are looking at the state wise, product wise sales, as you can see that. So this means here we are looking at multiple dimension with one measure, as you can see over here. Now suppose if you have multiple measures and one dimension, so how it looks. So for that, let me just bring this over here, or let me keep as it is, and let's go and create new sheet over here. And what I will do, let me drag and drop the sales over here. So there you go, and I will say a budget profit over here, and I will bring the product type over here, or I will say I will bring the product over here. So there you go, you can see that. So as you can see that in Tableau, visualization automatically changes depending on the dimensions, the number of dimensions, and a number of measures. So here you don't need to worry about working with the multiple fields. Automatically Tableau will give you a best suggestion and best visualization according to your multiple fields. Okay, now let's go and talk about the aliases. Now suppose here you can see that we got a product type name over here, right? You can see that. Now suppose if you want to change this label, and if you want to give some temporary name like an alias name, then yes, you can give over here in the visualization. So for that, first you need to select the label which you want to change, then say right click, and here you can see we got something called as edit alias. So click on the edit alias, and this, if you want to change the name and you want to give some temporary name, so we can give over here, let's say decaf green tea. Okay, so this is just a temporary name. I will say okay, and there you go, you can see over here a change over here, means the bar came from here to here, as you can see over here, right? Now if you want to see the aliases which you have given in the visualization, then for that you can go into the column name, that is the products column name, because we have just changed the product name and given some alias name. So hence I am going into the product column, and I am just clicking this down arrow, and here you can see we have something called as aliases. So let me just click over here, and there you go, you can see a star mark over here, means green tea has a alias name, that is decaf green tea, as you can see over here. Now in case if you want to clear the aliases, then simply you can click on clear aliases like this, and you can say okay. So there you go, again the original name came over here. Now again if you want to give, you can give it from over here, or you can go over here and you can create the alias over here. That's it, so simple. So these aliases are very useful when you want to cut short a big name and make it that short name, or if you want to give some temporary name, or if you want to give some presentable names, then yes, these aliases are very useful. Okay, so this is all about the aliases. Now let's go and talk about the colors. Now suppose if you are visualizing any visual over here, and if you want to visualize or if you want to analyze one more column, then yes, you can analyze that column without affecting the current visual. So how? By taking the help of colors. So for example, Now here I just want to visualize. Now here in the current visualization you can see we are looking at the product wise, the sales and the budget profit. Now suppose if I want to visualize the same visual by keeping the same fields, and if I want to visualize this visual along with the product type also, then yes, I can do that by taking the help of color card over here. So how? I will take this product type and I will drag and drop the product type to the color card. So there you go. Here our visualization has been changed and turned into colorful, as you can see. Now here the colors are representing this product type, that is the coffee, espresso, herbal tea and tea over here. Now as you can see that without affecting the fields and also the visualization, we are analyzing one more column over here with the help of color over here, as you can see that, right? Now as I told you previously, the blue means the discrete and green one means the continuous. So if you want to see, a measure is always a continuous, and this product, I mean the dimension, is always in a discrete state only. So since we are analyzing a product type which is a dimension again, since we are analyzing a product type as a color, so that's why we got a discrete color over here, as you can see that, like blue, orange, herbal tea and tea. Now suppose if you don't like this color and if you want to change the color, then yes, you can go over here and you can say edit colors. From here also you can edit the colors, or else I will say cancel over here. You can go into the colors over here, the colors card, you can click on the colors card, you can say edit colors, and from here you can choose a range of colors, as you can see that. Wow, as you can see, many color palette over here. You can change it from over here. In case if you want to select this coffee and if you want to change the color and if you want to assign a new color, then yes, you can do it by just double clicking over here. Let's say if I want to make this color change from light blue to something else, let's say pink, then I can choose something like this. I can say apply. There you go. You can see my color has been changed. Means for this particular category, for this particular type, we have changed the color. Let's go again over here. I will say edit colors. Now let's say if you want to have some custom colors like logo color or your company's color, then yes, you can have it by just clicking over here and you can pick the color from the screen over here. You can see that you can take the help of any color which is available on the screen. You can select any color and you can just pick it from over here. Let's say I will pick, let's say green. That's it. I will say okay and I will say apply. Okay, there you go. You can see that, right? I will go into the colors again, or else if you want to change these colors to something else, you can choose from here. I think we have not selected. Let me select again. So there you go. I will say apply. That's it. So there you go. You can see, right? You can change the color from here also, or else you can change the color from here also. Now this we are talking about the discrete colors. Now let's go and talk about the continuous colors. So definitely continuous colors means range wise colors, lighter to darker shade. So for that, what I will do, let me bring this out, product type, and let me bring this budget profit to this color over here. So there you go. You can see, since my budget profit is a continuous state, so hence I am getting this continuous color, that is a range color from lighter to darker shade. Now if you want to change this color also, you can go into the edit colors and here you can change the colors. You can go into the advanced, you can say this color starts from this, ends from this. If you want to set the center also, you can also select the center over here. You can see that, right? Now if you want the step colors, let's say from this range to this range, if you want this color from higher to higher, if you want this, if you want very higher to higher, if you want this color, you can step the color into the 5 steps, or if you want to have a 10 steps also, yes, you can have it. If you want to have, let's say 8 step or 5 steps or 6 steps, whatever steps you want, yes, you can have it over here. Let's say if you want to reset this colors, simply you can say reset over here. You will get a reset color option also. If you want to change the palette, yes, you can change the palette. If you want to again pick the color from the screen, if you want to go with your custom colors, if you want to go with the logo colors, you can pick the color from over here. Let's say this color, and you can say okay, and there you go, you have it over here. I will say make this as 5 steps, and I will say apply. Okay, so there you go, you can see a 5-step color over here, right? So this is how you can change your color as per the discrete field or a continuous field. Okay, so hey guys, this is all about the colors in Tableau. Now let's go and understand how we can create a drill down report in Tableau using the hierarchies. Now what is hierarchies? Hierarchy means, let's suppose you have country, state, city, location, sublocation. Now this is the hierarchy. You can have, let's say, year, month, quarter, day, you can have this hierarchy. You can have, let's say, a category, let's say a property type, property subtype, then the property name. Yes, you can have the hierarchy. If you want to create such hierarchy in Tableau, then yes, we can do that. By taking the help of hierarchies, we can create a drill down report in Tableau. Now let's understand first how we can go and create a hierarchy. Before that, let's understand what report we are going to create first. So I will go into the new sheet, and what I will do, let me drag and drop the sales over here to the rows. So there you go. And now what I will do, let me drag and drop a product type over here. So there you go, you can see a product wise, you can see a product type wise, you can see a sales over here. Now what I will do, let me just drag and drop a product over here to the product type. So there you go, you can see that. Now what I will do, let me reverse this by clicking on Ctrl W. So there you go, you can see that. Now here I am looking at the product type, products, as you can see over here, and the sales over here, you can see that, right? For the T we have this product types, you can see that, and the sales over here, right? Now let's first understand how we can create a hierarchy of this product type with this product. So for that, what we can do, you can see we have a product column over here. Now what I will do, in order to go and create a hierarchy, we can go to this arrow, we can go to this hierarchy, we can say create hierarchy, we can do that. But one more shortcut way is there from which we can create a hierarchy. A simple way is there, we just need to take this column, we have to take this column, and we have to drag that column to the column from which we need to create a hierarchy. For example, here I want to bring this product under this product type. So here you can see that, right? So here hierarchy is created. So here I'm going to name this as, let's say, products. That's it. I will say okay. So there you go, you can see that my product hierarchy has been created. Under that you can see we have the product type and the products. The moment we created the hierarchy, you can see a minus symbol came over here. If I just click on this minus symbol, so there you go, you can see a drill down report. So if I click on this plus symbol, you will see a drill down report. If I remove this, let me remove this, and let me bring this product over here. So there you go, and if I click on this plus symbol, you will find a drill down report, right? You can see that. Now let's go and create one more visualization over here, and this time I am going to take the help of the date. So date will be over here, that's it, and the sales over here. Okay, so as you can see, we got year wise sales over here. Now what I will do, let me click on this plus symbol to create a drill down. Now since this is a year field, since it's a date field over here, you can see that, that's why Tableau automatically created a drill down symbol over here. For example, year to quarter, quarter to month, month to day, you can see that, right? So if I just click on minus, you can see here we can see the sales month wise, you can see that for year 2021 and for year 2022. If I click on minus over here, you can see a quarter wise, right, for 2 years. If I click over here, you can see a year wise sales over here. Now what I will do, now let me change this year, that is the dimension, from discrete to continuous. So for that, either I can click over here in order to see the continuous, or I can click over here also. Now what I will do, let me just click over here in order to convert my year field, which is a discrete over here, to continuous field. So there you go, you can see that. Now let me change this to quarter, so you can see that how our visualization has been changed over here. You can see now this is very continuous. Now here you can see a hierarchy is not generating over here because it is a continuous field. Here itself everything is changing. Can you see that? Month, then month to day, you can see everything over here, right? Since it's a continuous field, you can see a new field is not been created over here like a discrete way, but everything is been generated over here only itself. So the drill down report changes according to the discrete and continuous ways also. As you can see over here in our previous sheet, you just saw how we have created the drill down report, how we have created the hierarchies, right? Now if you want to create a custom hierarchy, I just told you we can go over here, we can go and create the hierarchy over here. If you want to add one more column over here, you can simply take and you can put over here in order to create one more hierarchy. If you want to bring this out from the hierarchy, simply you can bring this out from the hierarchy like this. So this is all about creating the drill down reports using hierarchy. So here you saw how we have created the custom hierarchies, and here you just saw because we were having a date field here, automatically Tableau has generated the hierarchy over here. Now here in the hierarchy also, if you want to convert a field from a discrete to continuous, yes, we can do that, but a certain columns only we can convert from discrete field to continuous field, not for every field. For example, you cannot convert this product type to continuous because it is again a dimension, discrete one, right? Yes. Now let's go and talk about the grouping in Tableau. Now what is grouping? If you want to group a certain data in a bunch wise, and if you want to visualize, if you want to analyze that data, then yes, it is possible by using the grouping in Tableau. Let me explain you with example. Let's go over here, and here you can see that we have the state wise sales over here. Now suppose if you want to bunch this states into a region, let's say these states are called as, let's say, north region, these states are called as, let's say, south region, these states are called as east region, west region. If you want to bunch these states into some other type like a region wise, and let's suppose you have some top states, if you want to compare with the bottom states, then any type of grouping, yes, you can do that. And by creating the grouping, yes, you can analyze and you can visualize that data also. Now here what I want to do, I want to group these states into the region wise, let's say north region, south region, east region, west region. So what I will do now, in order to go and create a group over here to this data, what we can do, either we can select these headers. Let's say I can select these headers by controlling and clicking, and by right clicking it once you're done, and here you can see we have something called as group icon. Can you see that? This icon, and here also we have that icon. Can you see that? If I say group, now let me select the 5 states over here, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and right click, and I will create a group. So there you go, you can see we have created the group of 6 states over here, and we are analyzing the data over here. Let me create the group of this also, 4 5 6, right click and create the group. So there you go, remaining this, right click and create the group. That's it. So simple, right, to create the group. Now this way we can analyze the group in a bunch way. Okay, so there are some scenarios where you want to analyze a visualization in a bunch way. For that purpose, yes, we can take the help of this grouping. Now the moment we created the grouping over here, can you see that Now this field has been updated from state to state group. Can you see that? And here in our location table, a new dimension has been added over here called state group. So if I just remove this and if I bring the state over here, you can see. And if I remove this and if I bring the state group, so here you can see a group wise visualization over here, right? Now what I will do, let me just remove this. Now let me just show you another way of creating the grouping. So for that, let me first delete this. So there you go. Now what I will do, let me bring the state over here, and what I will do, I will go to the state, I will click on this arrow, I will go and say create group, and here you can see that a group window has been created over here with the state names, as you can see that. Now what we can do over here, we can select the states similarly by clicking. So there you go, and this I am going to group it as, let's say, north region. Okay, and in case if you want to add or minus any state from this group, yes, you can do that by just clicking. Suppose if you want to first add this to this group, then you have to select this state, and here you have to change drop down to north region, and that's it. If you want to ungroup it, just select this state and just say ungroup, that's it. Now here again I am going to select more location, and this I am going to group it as south region. Okay, now this will be my group it to east region, and this will be my west region. That's it. Okay, if I say apply, so a dimension is created, as you can see that, right? Now if I remove this, if I take this state group, so there you go, you can see a region wise data you can see over here, right? Can you see that north region is doing successfully? Can you see that, right? So this is all about the grouping in Tableau. Now let's go and talk about the filters in Tableau. So in a visualization, if you want to add, if you want to do some kind of a filtration, then yes, we can take the help of this filter card over here. Now let's go to this visualization. Now suppose if I want to do some kind of a filtration over this state versus sales visualization, then yes, I can do that. So for that, what I will do, I will take the help of the state column and I will drag it to the filter card over here. The moment I drag this state field to the filter card, you can see that a window has been popped up with the state list over here. If you want to exclude any state, you can uncheck this and you can say apply over here. The moment you say apply, you can see whatever states you have excluded, all that is gone, and whatever you have checked it, all those states are over here in the visualization. If I say OK, and if you want to see the filter, you can simply go over here, you can say right click, you can say show filter. The moment we said show filter, a sidebar has been popped up with the state over here. You can see that. Now let me change this to the single value list over here. You can see that. Now here I can see any one state over here. Even I can make this to the multiple list values also by selecting all or by excluding any one state over here. You can see that. Now you can change this mode to multiple values drop down also. So there you go. You can see that. You can have the drop down also, right? Right. So if you want to do some kind of a filtration, if you want to do custom filtration, then yes, you can take the help of this filters card over here. Now let's go to this filter and I will say edit filter, and here we have something called as wildcard. Now for now I will select all over here and let's go to the wildcard. So here wildcard means so exactly what you want to match over here. So for example, I want to match new means a state which is having this new keyword. So that new keyword should starts with, okay. So here you can see that we have New Hampshire, we have New York, right? So I want to highlight these states. which starts with the new keyword. So I will say apply. I will say okay. You can see that, right? So we got the states over here whose name starts with the new. Again, I will go to the filter. I will say edit filter. I will go to the wildcard. You can have ends with also. You can have exactly matches also. So whatever match value you want, you can have over here in the wildcard. Okay. Now for now, I will just clear this out. And let's go to the condition. Now this is very useful tab in the filters. For me personally, very useful tab. Now here we can do the filtration by condition also. So we can do the filtration by field also. Here you can see that now this is my measure. Now sales is my measure. So I am selecting the sales over here. The total of sales, let's say greater than equal to 40,000, only pop up those states into the visualization. Only display those states whose sales is greater than 40,000. I will say apply. I will say okay. So there you go. You can see that whose sales is greater than 40,000. Those are over here, as you can see that, right? Now let me go again to the edit filter. Now here you can see in the condition, you can give the range also. You can go with the formula. By using the formula, yes, we will understand as we go along in this course. But for now, by field, you can do much more things over here. Okay. Now let's go to the top over here. Now in the top also, yes, you can mention that which top states you want according to the sales. So for example, here I am going to select by field, and here I can mention it. If I want to see the top 10 states whose sales is greater, then yes, I can do that by selecting this top tab and by selecting the field over here. For now, what I will do, I will say none over here, and I will go to the top, and here I will say I want to see the top 10 states whose sales are greater. I will say apply. I will say okay. So there you go. You can see that these are my top 10 states. I will go over here again. I will say edit filter. Now here I will go to the top, and here I will say top 5. I will say apply. I will say okay. So this is my top 5 states whose sales are greater. Now if you see, from changing this top 5 to top 10, again I am going into this show filter, edit filter, again I am changing the value and doing the changes in the visualization. Now this I don't want a manual way. Top 3, top 2, top 5, top 10. I don't want to do it manually. I want something dynamic. Okay. So I want to change the value dynamically, and depending on that dynamic value, a visualization should reflect. Okay. So how to make this manual entry to the dynamic entry? Yes, we can make the entry a dynamic entry by taking the help of parameters. Yes, if we go over here, if I say edit filter, if I go to the top, here you can see we have something called as create parameter. So parameter help us to do the dynamism. If you want to dynamically do anything, if you want to dynamically change any value, you can take the help of parameter. Let's go and create a parameter over here. And here you can see that the moment I say parameter, a create parameter window has been popped up. So here I will say top n. I'm going to give the parameter name over here, and the data type is integer. Display format as 5. Current value I'm going to change it to 10. Right now, a minimum range should be 1, maximum range should be, let's say, 15. Okay, so I will say okay over here, and that's it. I will apply. I will say okay. So here you can see we got a parameter tab over here in the bottom left, as you can see over here. Now what I will do, I will click on this arrow and I will say show parameter. So there you go. The moment I said show parameter, a sidebar came over here, a card came over here. Now I can drag this from 10 to 11. So here you can see 2 more states has been added. I can make this 7. There you go. I can make this 5. There you go. If you want to input Yes, you can type in, let's say 10. There you go, you can see that. 15, there you go, right? So this is how you can make your visualization dynamic by using the parameters. Now let's go and talk about the combined dimensions in Tableau. Now you guys must be wondering that what is the purpose of combining the dimensions together. So now let me explain you with an example. So for that I will just go and create a new worksheet over here, and what I will do, I will go over here and I will drag and drop the state over here, and let me drag and drop the product type and product over here, and the sales to the text card. So there you go. Now if I want to see the highest sales of state, product type and product price, then what I can do over here, I can simply click on this sum sales and I can say descending order. So with this you can see we are able to see the sales over here. But what I want to see the highest sales of state plus product type plus product over here. And here as you can see that here I am not able to see the highest sales. You can see over here. Here everything is differentiated with the state wise, with the product type wise, as you can see over here, right? So that is the reason I want to combine the dimension. Now in Tableau, if you want to combine the dimensions, then what you can do, you can simply select the dimension, any one dimension like this, and you can hold on to your control and you can select one more dimension and one more dimension. Whatever number of dimension you want to combine, you can simply control and click over there. Okay, now click on any one's arrow, down arrow, and here you can see we have something called as create. The moment we say create, you can see we got this calculated field and the combined field. So here we want to combine the dimensions, so hence I am going to select the combined field over here. So there you go. The moment we said combined field, a new dimension has been created over here, as you can see that, right? Now what I will do, let me remove this. So there you go. And let me bring this combined dimension to over here. So there you go, as you can see that the combination a report has been generated over here, that is the product type, product and the state over here. Everything is combined into one dimension, and here we are looking at the sales. Now what I will do, let me select the sales and we will do a descending order. Now here you can see the highest sales of the product type, product and the state. State plus product type plus product. You can see the highest sales over here. Let me just expand this, and let me expand this also. You can see a product type plus product plus state combined over here, and you can see the highest sales of this combination dimension. You can see that, right? So this is how you can do the combined dimensions in Tableau in order to go in depth of the analysis, in order to see a different level of the visualization. Okay, yes, this is all about the combined dimensions in Tableau.
Hey, many congratulations to you and to me that we both reached till here and we covered all our chapters in this video. So hey guys, thank you for watching this video, and in order to get the part 2 video, you have to share this video and share this video in your social media account and get the part 2 video access. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Happy learning and happy job hunting.